Tonight's bittersweet teleplay is The Myth of the Grasslands, an original story and chamber play by Guerrilla Dada. Once upon a time in the American West, there's an old myth that tells of a young teenage boy and a young teenage girl who in the early decades of the 1880s fell in love and got married. Their innocent love got all tangled up with their youthful energy, and it got rolled up, bringing them a high-tailing it here to this enchanted green land at the so-called edge of the rainbow. You could say that things were idyllic for quite a while there. You could also say that marital bliss was a palatable thing. Legend also claims that Mary Beth loved to sing. Her sweet and innocent voice echoed over the grassland like angels' tears falling into the grassland and blooming forth into beautiful white fields of flower and forget-me-nots. Some old-timers still conjure up images of Mary Beth when she was young, with golden locks of hair cascading down to her shoulders and, oh man, crispy critters. Those deep emerald green eyes left many a male prairie dweller drooling at the mouth and forgetting what name his mama called him. I lived in the sod house behind that newly constructed bench over there for quite a few happy years. Some old-timers refer to those sod houses as being built out of Nebraska marble. Old codgers can be real quaint, can't they? The mud and grass was the only building material for about 500 miles. After about a decade of living underground, their spirit for life started to grow a little stale, you might say. Suddenly comes the winter of 1888, and word was that Mary Beth left the sod house to go back home to Chicago to take care of her sick mother. And to top it all off, it wasn't long afterwards that her big sod of a husband disappeared, never to be heard from again. Was he heartbroken, or was it something that pulled or pushed him away? Some old-timers claimed that her husband had taken to loving the whiskey bottle more than Mary Beth, and that he had lost all sense of what it was to be a good human being. They so-called experts of folklore also claimed that when he got all liquored up, that he turned into a wild, fire-breathing grizzly bear. Life without the big brute inside that tiny grass sod house must have become nearly unbearable. Legend also has it that many a cowboy come riding past their sod house while heading into town, and reportedly they heard them a-hollering at each other and fighting like cats and dogs. fillets and ticks. Why can't a marriage stay happy as newlyweds? Bliss is a wonderful thing, but change is a bitch. All this so-called marital bickering led some townspeople to conjecture that the big brute murdered her and buried her remains in the side of that hill. To this day, there ain't no evidence to refute their claims. Nothing to the contrary has ever been dug up or reported in a newspaper or any other legal document. Sometimes the sweet and sourness of living just don't always make you want to participate in this human experiment. Things just don't stack up right in my book. How about yours? She could be over there just a whispering and a singing up a storm for all I know, but maybe my ears just ain't tuned to the right frequency. Said that if you take up just the right position on this flat land where I am a-standing, and you look back towards the grass mound, that you can still catch a glimpse of Mary Beth a-sitting right over there. Don't you dare blink now, you might miss her. Right near that bench, happily singing away just like she was before she got married and was an innocent child filled with nature's perfection. It's as if she grew herself back to life from the earth that was her home for all those years. Do those beautiful white forget-me-nots mark the grave of his and our once most beloved Maribeth?